what are the purposes of a test series? The best test series that are available in the market. How to attempt the test series. I will cover everything. You are not gonna miss anything. So stay tuned till the last of the video. Now firstly, what are the purposes of a test series? There are three main purposes. Firstly is the practice. That is very obvious, but you can have other sources to practice. But test series can give you a time bounded practice. Now that will firstly save your time and that will train your brain for the actual GATE examination. Now that brings me to the next point, that is to simulate the exact GATE examination. Yes, you will try to simulate the exact environment of the actual GATE examination as much as possible. And how you can do that, what are the points that you need to keep in your mind to do that I will talk about in the how to attempt section. Finally, this is the final and the most important point, that is learning. That is not only practice and simulating the GATE environment, but you can learn the subject that you have not already covered, and this is very effective, and we don't do that, and that is why we miss most of the benefits that a test series can offer. And how to do this also we also cover in the how to attempt section. Okay, now let me cover up the best test series that are available in the market. Now first I will clear you to fact, that is I am not paid by any company. I will talk only on the basis of my experience and what I have felt during my preparation journey. Okay, so firstly I would suggest exergic test series if you are a mechanical or XE student, and in the XE also if you are targeting for the strength of materials and engineering mechanics part, the thermodynamics and the fluid mechanics part. Okay, now this part, that is which test series I will recommend, this part will be specific to the mechanical and XE students. Okay, because I have appeared for GATE in those branches, so I cannot talk about other branches. So exergic, the questions they formulate are the ones which in my point of view replicates the actual GATE questions in a most probable manner. Okay, so the questions are the best match for GATE that I have felt. Okay, now there is another point, that is made easy. Okay, now the drawback for made easy is the level of the questions made by the made easy is a bit higher, the questions a bit more lengthy. But let us say that if you want your performance up till here, then if you practice like here, then it will be much easier to get here in the actual GATE examination, right? So my advice will be, first get yourself acquainted with the PYQs, get yourself acquainted with the exergic questions, then move to the made easy questions, not before that. Okay, because made easy questions are having the exact concept that are asked in GATE. Okay, but level of questions is a bit higher than the GATE, the questions are a bit lengthy. Okay, so first PYQ, then exergic, then if you are having money and time, then buy the made easy. So this test series typically cost you 2000 rupees maximum. Okay, and another thing is there, the question bank of exergic. So the level of the question bank is really higher, and you will be also told when you are attempting that question bank, don't judge yourself with the question of the question banks. Okay, because the levels are really higher. Now finally, I would like to talk about how to attempt the test series, and these are the tricks that I have applied, and I got AIR 31 in just 1 year. Okay, after I have changed my preparation journey to these steps. Okay, now firstly about this trick I talk in my every video, and I also talk about that thing in this video because that is having the most amount of weightage as far as your GATE preparation is concerned. That is, attempt your test series, jot down the mistakes and revise your copy. So that will ensure that you are getting or you are making yourself remember the formulae that you tend to forget. So you don't have to memorize from A to Z of every subject. You only memorize those formulae, those concepts which you tend to forget in your test series. Okay, that way you can save your time during memorization, and also you don't have to memorize like every day you are seeing the copy and you are memorizing everything. You don't need to do that. Okay, so this is a trick backed by science. If you see that copy before going to bed, then it will be embedded into your subconscious mind. Please, 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 I beg you, मैं तुम्हारे पैर पड़ता हूँ, please do it, and you will see the difference is in just 1 month or even less than that. Now, if I talk about the second thing, that is exactly simulating the gate environment. So where do we make the mistake is we think that okay, this is just a test series, so I don't need to take it that much seriously. You are sitting like this, you are thinking something else, you are not gonna having the tension that I need to complete all the question. No, set your mentality like that as if you are sitting in the actual gate examination. Okay, so this is very, very important. I am again telling this, set your mentality like having that much concentration, having that much motivation that I have to complete all the question. I need to do the same things that I am expecting that I will be performing in the gate. For example, if you are attempting or if you are expecting that I will not spend more than 4 minutes in any question, that should be the ideal thing actually. And why that should be the ideal thing, about that I have made a separate video where I have talked about my mistakes that I have committed in my third year. Okay, and what I have learned from it and what you can also learn from it. So go and check out this video. Okay, now coming back to the fact that if you are trying not to spend more than 4 minutes in any question, then you have to practice that in your test series also. You cannot do that in the actual GATE examination if you are not doing that in your test series. Clear? Okay, now other than the mentality, you also need to take care that in which time interval you are attempting your test series. So generally at either 9 to 12 a.m., that is either 9 a.m. to 12 noon, you are going to have your GATE examination, or it will be in 2:30 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. So ideally you should attempt your GATE examination within these two fixed time intervals, either in the morning slot or on the afternoon slot. Now if you are having a busy schedule, that is totally understandable, so attempt your test series in any other time interval, but in the holidays when you are not having anything else, then you can go for these two particular time intervals. Okay, now that point has also gone. Now the most interesting point, how you can go for your test series in such a manner that you not only are practicing, you are learning a new subject. Yes, you are learning a new subject from test series, not from any other source. Okay, yes, from any other source, but mostly with test series. So how can you do that? And that is what I did when I was in a situation that I did not cover manufacturing in a good way in my third year. And that is why, that was one of the reasons that I couldn't secure a good rank in my third year. Okay, now manufacturing is a very vast topic, and I was not having a great amount of time to cover it as I was a college going student. And I was also having the allergy to memorization. So test series was my savior. So what I did was, so let me take a particular topic, that is material science. So honestly, I did not know anything about material science when appearing for GATE in third year. So I was in a dreadful situation that how I will cover a vast syllabus like material science. So let us say that I am attempting a test series and I am getting a question about iron carbon diagram. Now I believed that Exergic is a very good quality test series. The topics and questions that I will get from Exergic, if I cover those only, then that will cover my GATE syllabus I mean almost 80%, and I was right. Okay, so what I was doing is that I don't know material science anything. Okay, now I am seeing a question from iron carbon diagram, and I am seeing a math question that is having the application of lever rule. So now these terminologies you will understand if you are a mechanical engineering student. Okay, but the same applies for any subject in any other branch. If I am seeing that question having application of lever rule, then I know that okay, I have to study lever rule. I can eliminate all other parts in the iron carbon diagram, but I have to study lever rule. So let me study lever rule. Then I am getting a next question from heat treatment, that is also from annealing. So okay, I have to study the full annealing. Okay, the all annealing processes. Then I am getting a question from hardening or carburizing. Then I am studying the carburizing. Like this manner, I am studying what I am facing in the test series. So I covered almost 70% of the manufacturing. Okay. Now, if you are studying like this, then there are two benefits. One, you will not feel any burden. Okay. So you have to study only annealing, not the whole material science. Now, if you are studying that, so annealing will take you max to max 20 to 30 minutes, not more than that. And it can even take lesser than that. So that way, you will not feel any burden that I have to study whole material science. And day by day, week by week, you are studying annealing, then maybe you are seeing some eutectoid reaction, then you are studying the eutectoid reaction, and then you are studying the different phases correlated with the eutectoid reaction. That will also take almost 30 to 40 minutes. Likewise, day by day, you prepare the whole material science. And believe me, I prepared the whole manufacturing like this. So try these things out. It will surely move you from here to here. Okay? And lastly, I will beg you not to abuse your test series. Okay? So how we abuse the test series? We think that test series is for judging ourselves based on the marks and based on the ranks they gave. Okay, but that is not the thing. If you do that thing, then it will just demotivate you. Honestly, in my first few days when I was attempting for the test series, I was also having the same mentality, and that drained my mental energy so much that I was like, अब क्या ही पढ़ना, इतना तो कम marks आ रहे हैं. But that should not be your case. Afterwards, I understood that I have to continue my preparation journey immaterial of the marks that I am getting in the test series and the ranks that I am getting in the test series. Okay, so test series are not for judging yourself based on the marks and the ranks. It is there to tell you that which concepts you are tending to forget. Work on that. It is there to help you to simulate the actual gate environment, and it is there to help you to learn the new subject. So this last point, no one actually talks about it, but this is the most powerful point. Okay, so use the test series to learn the new subjects also. Okay, so for this last point, I will just make a brief summary. Pick up any subject that you think that you don't have a good amount of preparation, then go for that subject in the test series. Pick up the topics that you are seeing in the test series. Study only those topics. So day by day, you will seeing some new topics from some new test. So study them. It will put the least amount of burden in your brain. Okay. So I wish you all the best, and just put anything that you want that about this thing I need a video. So I will make that video also in my next session. Until that, if you are someone who is thinking that what are the topics and what are the other things that I need to take care to prepare my GATE, because other than academic, there are various topics that you need to take care. Okay, so what are those topics that can save, and also if you neglect those topics, that can ruin your GATE preparation? About that, I have made a separate video that made this GATE AIR 31. So go and check that video. I will meet you there. Until then, bye, take care, and thank you.